Hey guys, this is Alex. I don't think I've ever introduced myself here, because I am very camera shy. I don't like being on camera. I don't like um, doing voiceovers. I feel like a lot of people tell me that I talk like a baby, and that makes me self-conscious a little bit. But that's okay. So today I wanted to talk to you about my ecosystem, my journaling ecosystem. Sorry, and uh, so let's start with this baby, the cousin, the Honichi cousin. This is the English, no, sorry, the Japanese version. And it seems very dirty, but it's not. It's just that the mat that I have on my desk stains the plastic. I don't know. Also happens with this other baby, which is the Honichi Weeks. This is my health journal. The other one is my life journal, my fitness journal, and my health journal. And finally, I have the common planner or commonplace book, which is something that I just started like last week, I think, maybe. Yeah. So a little bit of backstory. I started journaling when I was like 20, 21. And that started because I needed a healthy way to cope with mental health issues. I was dealing with anxiety, I was dealing with depression, and other stuff that I don't feel comfortable about talking about. So I needed a healthy way to cope with those emotions and to like vent in general. Also, I don't like going to therapy, and that doesn't mean there is something wrong with therapy. Let me make that very clear. It has to do with me. I don't like receiving help, basically. So I had to do it on my own, and I gotta say, I am in a way better place now. I feel like happy and fulfilled, and I love everything about my life. So, um, journaling helped me with that. It helped me to process the emotions. It helped me to give voice to what I was feeling, to what I was dealing with. Um, so that's how it started. Then I was noticing that as much as I wanted to get things done, I was either forgetting them or just procrastinating up until my demise. So I started getting into bullet journaling because that was like the hype thing to do. And it worked for me for, I would say, like 8 years, something like that. It was really good. However, I it came to the point where I didn't want to spend time like doing my yearly log, doing cover pages, doing monthly pages, setting up the weekly pages. And aside of that, journaling. It became overwhelming for me and very time consuming, especially because I am a perfectionist. And if I made a line wrong, I would just rip the whole page and start over. So it was very, very time consuming. And then I moved to like a regular planner, and that I quit like right away. Because the planner that I got had like this setup like on the cousin, which is like a day per page. And I was struggling with, well, what if I want to set up this differently and I have an appointment on this day, and on that day I don't want to set it up the same way I did when this was happening. So that didn't work. I needed to see the whole week in a spread or in like a page. So that's when I started seeing content about the Honichi. And the Honichi cousin became like my lifeline. I love everything about this. I like that it has the weekly spread like I needed, and the monthlies are already set up, which 10 out of 10. And I also like that you get like notes here. You get to put notes or important things or things to do next week. So that's like, if I needed to choose to keep just one journal for the rest of my life, it would be this one. And also, I like that you have plenty of space to um, journal. So this is like my life journal, like what happens. I literally write down like I did this today. Then we move to this baby, and this baby has a reason. The fitness and health journal became important to me when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2024. And I started noticing that I had other conditions, like my heart is enlarged, and I was dealing with migraines. I was dealing with joint pain. I also have a scoliosis. So that was a lot to just remember. So I decided to create this baby. I track my workouts here, and I also track my symptoms and the factors that could lead to a flare. For example, I've noticed that if it's hot and dry, I flare way more often than if it's cold or humid or raining or whatever. Um, and also, like, some things that I eat can cause a flare. So I track here my sleep, I track the weather, I track my symptoms, my workouts, my weight, because I do need to lose some weight for my health, for my heart, and for my joints. My levels of energy, and if I am flaring, if I get to put a dot on my um, habit tracker, I take that as an accomplishment. I track the amount of cigarettes that I smoke because I am trying to smoke a little less. And I do notice that the numbers here are going down. And also, like, I tend to binge a little bit, so that's why it's here. And also my medications. And finally, the commonplace journal came because I have like a million things on my computer, like prompts, like facts, like articles, like quotes, several things that I wanted to put in one place. That the thing with my computer is that I don't like to have those there because I'm just gonna ignore them. So that's why this baby's here. And as I said, I'm just starting, so we'll see how this develops. But so far, I love it. This paper is some paper that my dad prints for me. These are 3 millimeter grit, and I love it. So yeah, if you have any questions about like my journal process, or if you want to see something specific, let me know. I think I'm just gonna leave it here because I don't think there is much more to talk about other than this helps me a lot when I'm struggling mentally, and this also makes me happy. So you should always do the things that make you happy. And if you want to try journaling, like try to like write down about your day, write down what you ate, what you want to do, what you want to learn, etc. And if you want to see a little bit more about the Commonplace book, and you would like to get a little bit more information about it, I can provide it for you if you need to. I will try to find a place to record or something. But yeah, thank you for staying with me for 9 minutes and 28 seconds, and I hope you have a beautiful day.